Capricorn. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your March 2020 playing card reading. I'm using the playing cards this month. These are the B playing cards by the United States Playing Card Company. I'm also going to bring in a couple of cards from Divine Doors by Andre Ingracia. That's Rockpool Publishing, and we'll pull those in at the end of the reading. This is a reading for Capricorn, the month of March 2020. Our Capricorn friends, what are the messages that we need to know for our Capricorn friends in the month of March 2020? Wow, that was an interesting cut there. It's almost like the deck cut itself right there. We have the Three of Spades on the bottom of the deck, Capricorn, all right, suggesting I'm picking up new ideas. It could be that an influx of new ideas, creativity is coming in. Let's just keep that in mind as we continue on. And now we have the Four of Spades. All right, that's interesting. The three on the bottom, followed by the four on top. And now the Seven of Diamonds, followed by the Queen of Spades. All right, very interesting. That would be equivalent to an air sign. I feel, Capricorn, that for some of you, for those that are going to resonate with this message, that you've been perhaps almost, I want to say, like stuck in a certain thought pattern, a certain perhaps mantra that keeps sort of rolling around in your mind. It could actually end up being like a certain feeling, and you may or may not even be aware of the thought that is producing the feeling. So so let's just think about that process for a minute, because that's the message that's coming in. Is we have a certain thought about the way things are currently in life, and then attached to that particular thought is a feeling. So I feel that there's a certain, I want to say, a thought pattern that has been rolling around in the mind. Okay, and I'm also picking up from the Seven of Diamonds the sense that perhaps you're not quite sure how to get out of the thought pattern. So there's a little bit of doubt, and it could be related to perhaps, it could be really anything at this point. I'm going to continue to pull cards, but it could be, for example, a relationship that you're in, and it's just like the same thought pattern kind of keeps going round and round about this relationship, this same particular thought, and you could be wondering, how do I break out of this particular pattern or this perspective that I have about this person? The person could be an air sign, that's possible. That would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But I'm also looking at this as just the sense that there's a real mental theme going on in this spread. That being said, I want to go back to that three, because I feel that if you have felt like, gosh, I'm stuck in a sort of mental rut about some sort of situation in life, the three is actually very positive and suggesting that perhaps some new thought patterns will be coming in. All right, interesting, because the three also is previous to the four. So, but still, that's going to be my take on that. The Ten of Diamonds coming in. All right, very interesting. Followed by the Joker. All right. And the Five of Hearts. I feel that Capricorn, some of you are having perhaps a little change of heart about, I don't feel this has to do with a relationship, I have to say. I'm really picking up this sort of a financial thread about this, and that you could be having a little bit of a change of heart about where you're headed in terms of a career, a business venture. It could also relate to something to do with schooling if you are actually in the process of getting a degree, let's say. What I'm hearing, Capricorn, is that you may be gaining some clarity around exactly where you want to specialize or what you want to do. Now, you know what? This entire reading, it's a little I want to say contrary to the Capricorn person, right? Capricorns, more than any other sign, knows they know exactly where they want to go, and their goals are very clear. So what is coming in here is that for those of the Capricorns that are at this reading, if you have felt a little bit uncertain about something, maybe there's a change of heart, you're not exactly sure where you want to go, you're in a discovery process, the reading is suggesting to me that you are going to gain some clarity. It might be a big surprise. It might involve a change of heart in some particular way. The Ten of Diamonds suggesting that there might even be a shift in a new path coming in for you regarding your career. For some of you, this might involve travel, let me say. Okay, so that's for some of you. With that Ten of Diamonds, there is some sort of connection to travel involved. Let's continue on. We're going to take 3 more cards. The Nine of Hearts. Oh my goodness. All right, beautiful to see. Really the happiest card in the playing card deck. So very happy to see that. The Seven of Spades reversed. All right, that's interesting to see. All right, I'm going to check something on my phone there. All right, the Seven of Spades reversed and the Queen of Hearts. All right. Oh my goodness. Capricorn, the suggestion coming in through the playing cards is, despite any confusion that you might have right now regarding your goals or where you're headed in life, the cards are saying with this Seven of Spades that you can absolutely turn that confusion around. I deliberately had all of the cards in the deck facing upright, and so to get the Seven of Spades in this position like this, facing down, is really significant, right? It would be this way. This would suggest to me that there's really some confusion, perhaps that it's going to persist for a while and something needs to be done. But getting it in this position reversed is telling me that, you know what, you are going to straighten things out with the Nine of Hearts coming in upright, okay, as I had planned on all of the cards coming out. This is suggesting to me to simply keep an idea in mind about how you would like to feel about your future work. We all know that's kind of manifestation 101. It's even a little bit of a cliche, right? But the idea is, if you're not feeling super passionate about this goal that you have in mind for your career or your work, or perhaps it's a vocation, then it might be time now to just sit back just a little bit and think about what really makes me feel enthusiastic, like I really want to get up out of bed. This is my wish. This is my goal. This is what I'm passionate about. I know Capricorn runs a little bit on the cooler side, right? But at the same time, you don't want to be feeling like, you get up in the morning and, you really have to scourge yourself to get going or something like that. You want to be able to get up in the morning and feel like, yes, this is what I want to do. This is my goal. This is my passion. This is my pursuit in life. So the reading is suggesting to me that absolutely can come about for you. It will come about. There's a sense that perhaps you might have to, let's say, just step back a little bit and ask yourself those sorts of questions for those of you that are resonating. What is it that makes me want to get up out of bed in the morning, right? Without having to sort of drag myself out. What is that one thing? Because it could be that that is actually the key towards straightening things out if you are a little bit confused about your goals at this time. New ideas, allow the new ideas to come flooding in. I'm going to actually do a cut on this deck for you, Capricorn, and we are going to look at both the top and the bottom of the deck for some additional insight and encouragement. So here is on the bottom of the deck, we have it's a little like a poem or a rhyme, and the message is a moment's joy. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. My goodness, I can't tell you how happy I am to see this card, Capricorn, at least for me as a reader, right? Because what this does is it confirms the reading that I just gave you, right? It's really actually, we're getting the same message again, and we love when that happens. So what is it that makes your heart feel like it's almost like time is standing still? Yes, time is going by, but you don't even notice it because you are in the moment, you are in your bliss, and it is what your heart desires. This isn't easy to discover for many of us, all right? I'm sort of making it sound easy, like, just ask yourself this question, It's not easy. It's a process of discovery. And so it may take some time to figure this out. It's going to be a good month in March to do this because we will have Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Oh my goodness, look at this, Capricorn. So here it is, and actually my little mention of Mercury retrograde in Pisces actually dovetails right into this image. This is an image of these consecutive doorways. Look how clean and pure and cleanly this image is. And so for the month of March, you might find a little space of time where you can just clear out the mind, perhaps through some meditation, perhaps through some journaling, perhaps through walking through nature. So important for Capricorn to get back in touch with nature. That might be a way for you to clear the mind. And I think that this will really help you to see exactly what direction it is that you are perhaps going to want to take. Now here's the image from the cut. Let's take a look at this. Before I look at the message, I'm just looking at the doorway, the archway, the beautiful earth. As I mentioned, right? We have to get back in touch with the earth, Capricorn. And this is really suggesting to me that if you are a little bit confused at this time, for those of you resonating and feeling a little confused about which way you're going, I feel that clarity is very close. It is right at hand. You're right there. And this is just a lapse because Capricorns do not function really in a mode where they are confused about their futures for very long anyways. And so if that pertains to you, I think it is going to clear up sooner rather than later. And look at this, the Three of Cups, when we know what that means, certainly in the Rider-Waite deck. Let's read the little poem. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Absolutely, Capricorn. I see that, a moment of celebration. I'm going to dovetail into this also and say that, if you have been very hard on yourself of late, as Capricorns are known to do, right? You're so disciplined. You're really a taskmaster with yourself. If you've been very hard on yourself, if you're frustrated at this time with how things are going, if you don't feel like you're where you want to be at this time, this is suggesting to me to just pat yourself on the back for all the good work that you actually have done. Take some time out, be good to yourself, perhaps get together with friends, go out to a nice dinner, have some beautiful, well, whatever it is that you like to drink. Perhaps it'll be a luncheon, somewhere. This reminds me of, actually, it looks like almost like Napa in California. But so, do something really nice for yourself. And sometimes doing something like that can just ease the mind, and then you can come back to this work at hand, getting right back on track as Capricorn does, and I think you will be right back on your way again. Capricorn, that's your reading for March 2020. I want to thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you. Always, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, I'd like to ask you to please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing. It helps the channel so very much. And I'll see you next time.